back in the Baba. Alright. Alright. It sure does not feel like we've spent 29 hours playing this game. But Baba does not lie. Baba is many things. Baba is not a liar. And I also just realized that this is not... That's a little better. Okay. Alright. Boof. We've come a long way. We have 144. And what are we gonna do next? Like, there are still puzzles that I want to go and delve deep into. Like, most of these ones over here in Chasm, I still had 4 that I didn't do and 1 that I didn't even uncover yet. Plus, potentially a special stage in there, too. But I really do want to try and make progress through the game. Which, how many over here too? Yeah, a bunch over here. 3 normal stages, 3 covered, like, unrevealed stages I haven't even seen yet, and then 1 special stage. But they're all just so difficult, and while I could sit there and spend half an hour on them and maybe beat one of them, what I really want is to at least be able to say, look, I beat the game. Which I, again, still just kind of think that the way that we do that is by beating these stages over here. In particular, this one, Parade. So I think I'm gonna commit to really just sitting on this screen and figuring it out. And I forgot that it was this one. All right, let's do the usual. Run through everything. Wall is stop. Kiki is move. Skull is swap. Bug is push. And me doesn't have anything special about it. Those guys are the Mays. I call them May. I want May to be able to be... May is move. Or no, change the May into a Kiki. Kiki is move, and it has to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times. After the 10th move, flag will become win, and I can touch it. The problem, of course, is that if we just say, okay, May is Kiki, he starts moving, it makes it so Baba is no longer you. I can't bring anything up there. I mean, I can push it up there, but I can't get it off of... Yeah, there's no way for me to get this to one of the higher levels. Unless we use a skull to swap it. What would that entail? That's solution number 1. That's if I want to make something else be me instead of Baba is you. We can't put anything in that guy's way. He'll just push it. Nothing is stop except for walls. We have a bug down here. We can currently push it. Bugs are push. I can change the bug into something else, and then presumably, like the fact that this is here, I can come up here once. And then I can walk through him. When I come over here, belt becomes stop, and I can no longer get through belts. So we get 1 chance to go up into that area. I can push the bug up there, but it'll be stuck to the floor until I make it something else. Because we can't make one of the things a Kiki and not the other, in order for May to become a Kiki, He's gonna take that walk. What can we do? We can't put something in the way. Or we can't put something in the way that reverses his trajectory or changes it. We're gonna have to use Skull somehow. They wouldn't give it to us unless we were going to use it. Skull is swap. But Skull is not push. So if I say, like, Bug is Skull... Now it swaps. What would we use that for? And then I can change things. I can change anything into Kiki. Or if I go borrow this I can turn anything into May or anything into Skull. I cannot change things into bugs. We're gonna push this bug somewhere and then change it into something else, and then it's never going to be a bug again. These are all things that are true. Pay attention. I was gonna say we could swap the flag around with a skull, but no, we can't. Oh, can we? Just out of curiosity. Oops. Yeah, skull doesn't interact with flag in any way, really. So things that I've thought of in the past, they have 3 things there so that there's no way to... I'm thinking, like, could me and another party and that guy that becomes a Kiki all push this at the same time? And even if they could, he's gonna push it a second time and put it into that alcove. They put a blocker here to make sure that that's not a possibility and that you don't even consider it. We can't put things on the other side of the Baba because it's inaccessible. We can't really freely move that around. What we're probably going to do is... No! How does the skull figure it? I'm thinking we're going to move the bug somewhere. We're going to turn it into a Kiki so that it'll walk around pushing things. And then we'll somehow benefit from that. We're not going to put it somewhere and turn it into a skull. We might put it somewhere and turn it into a May, and then the May will turn into a Kiki. Where would we want to position something that's going to move later? Alright, that's interesting. feel like I really have to focus on the skull. Why would we turn something into a skull? Can I get another is out of here by saying bug is... I can't. I already know I can't. It doesn't work like that. So we could go like this and put something over here and have a delayed reaction of turning things into Kiki. Turn him into a... Delayed reaction's the name of the game. What do we want to happen? We can go, for example, like this. Boom. Now I'm up here. I can't do anything. He goes right through me. Skull really is the hardest one to use. I mean, not skull, but swap. Swap is the hardest thing in the game to use. I just don't have a good idea of what sort of magic tricks you can pull off with swap. I still never beat that basic swap stage with the bat. Don't want to go to another puzzle. I will later if I stay on this for like half an hour. Eventually I'll go to another puzzle just because you need to reset your brain. So I can either push the bug up into the alcove or I can place it somewhere so that it's going to push some sentence into being. Ignore that. Focus on the skull. How do we... One of the things we can do is we can go May is Kiki, and then Kiki is Skull. Right? Oh, I was a little bit late there. Then what? I can swap it down like this, but that's not enough. It's not enough, because then when I turn Skull back into a Kiki, it still pushes it just a little bit. Swap isn't going to let me change the direction of that guy. If I can't change his direction, I can't stop him from moving while he's Kiki. I can't turn him into something else. He's always going to be the same thing as the other guy. I can swap him further back. Even that is not enough, though. Almost is. What else can I do? What can I do using the bug? Can I set up something down here? Let's think about this. If I set something to move, even if two guys that are move run into each other, they don't stop each other, they just both reverse direction, so even that's not going to help. But what if you had... If one of them is move and the other is move, they don't stop each other. If one of them is move and one of them is swap, they don't stop each other. What if every... What if I had to go one turn at a time? If I said, Bug, you're gonna be a May. And then the skull is gonna be, no, if I said, like, May is Kiki, and then May is something else real quick. Do I have... I didn't even think of this. I can make it two things. Does that help? It does not. Hey, a Serp. It didn't help, but it was a thing. I'm sitting here, I'm trying as hard as I can to be really determined to beat this level. It's been so long since we had a level where you went, hey, this thing splits into two things. I don't think it helps though. Interesting that they allow it. Yeah, if I could go... If I had some way to go... May is Kiki, and then and then like only do it for one turn, and then go Kiki is something else. Maybe I can pull that off. Maze Kiki and then Kiki is Skull. I'm gonna be there. Did that help? I did it, but it didn't help. That doesn't really help either. Oh, man. Let's start this over. Okay, so what can swap do? Swap can be used to get a guy somewhere that he couldn't normally get to. Somewhere that I can't push him to. Well, I can't push a lot of things anyway. But it can be used to get an object. Not a word, but an object. Somewhere. Used to get an object somewhere. It can also be used. I can push something into a skull, like a word or a bug, and it will move the skull. Okay, well, it's the same thing I was just saying. It allows me to put a skull somewhere that I couldn't push it to. It can also. That's it. That's all it can do. I have this vague idea that I guess is what I was trying to do up here before, where I go, look, we're gonna walk him out of there a little bit. Walk him out of there a little bit before we turn him into a skull. And then we're going to go in there with the bug. We're going to set something up that's going to allow me to... I have no no choice but to move left there. If we set both of them up on the same plane... Ooh! I did not manage this before. Does this help in any way? If I now say... If we just have two Kikis overlapped, they're gonna move, and that's not a problem. Jeez. We're gonna say Skull is Kiki, but not yet. We're gonna say... Bug is May. Bug is May. Oh, can I... Oh, the belts aren't... I was like, wait, can I push them up there and shift them somewhere? Wouldn't that be great? There's no way to, like... Before I go like this, and then I say Bug is Skull, and then I push a thing up there. What happens? This. Oh, that's interesting. If I try to move down, I stay in place, but if I try to move any other direction, or I... This is interesting, but does nothing for me. That bug ain't me. It's not. How you doing, Soul? I've only just, I'm still not up to the first dungeon in Shadowbringers. I finished the, Alphinaud and Alisaie's separate adventures. That's right where I am, is back in Crystarium, about to turn in the second one. It's pretty good. Are you? Where are you? Whereabouts are you? You past me? Have you been playing all day? I was, when I woke up today, I was like, okay, let me get out of bed and play some Shadowbringers before I start the stream. And then I was like, maybe I should sleep some. Maybe I should sleep some more, because it's only been like 4.5 hours of sleep. And I went back to sleep, and it was a good decision. Starting the 72 story. Alright, you're past me. The part at the end of Alisaie's story where, you know, the girl gets stabbed and she has the, like, like her mouth is super wide, and I'm like, they're doing, like, the Hildebrand facial expression here. It's kind of goof. Oh, God. Oh, it's not goofy. It's terrifying. It's actually the scariest thing that's ever happened in the game. I really was so prepared to go like, oh man, why did they go with a goofy facial expression? And I'm like, oh no, oh, it's not goofy at all. It's incredibly creepy. Baba. Baba is you. That's the name of the game. Is that how you beat this level? Make Baba you? Alright, so the other possibility, here's one that I haven't thought of. Maybe I actually am going to bring another word in there. Let's think about, is this possible? Can I bring another word in there and get it off of the floor? Get it so that it comes up here, so that I can manually make May, for example. May is you, and then just easily walk out. How can we do that with swap? How can we put a bug up there and make it into a skull? Bug is skull? And then I can't like turn it into something. I can't leave so I can turn it into something else. I could push some more stuff up here. I can't turn it back into a bug, but I can turn it into Kiki. I don't really want that. Yeah, I don't think I can get May off the ground. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Alright, it has been half an hour. Maybe I don't want to do other puzzles. I want to beat this. So the two possibilities are there's some other strategy that has not occurred to me, or the strategy that one of the strategies that I've sort of thought of, I just haven't figured out how to implement it. The most likely one that seems like it'll work is getting it so that there's two objects up there that are different that somehow prevent each other, even if it's only one movement at a time, prevent each other from progressing. That was what I kind of had when I put the two of them right here. It was like, can I make one of them Kiki for one turn, so we go, ah, and then change it back, and then change the other one to Kiki, and it goes, ah, and then change it back. That almost seems doable. Let me try that again. Oops. I push the bug up there. And I don't push any words up there, I don't think. Do I turn the bug into something else? No, we just leave it as a bug. So I come up here, swap this down, push this over. So if I were to go, skull is Kiki, and then whah, immediately, skull is something else. Skull is May. Or not, no, Kiki is something else. Skull is Kiki, and then Kiki. That didn't do what I wanted. I think I wanted something to be a skull. I wanted the bug to be a skull, but I kind of don't. Let's do skull. Skull is May. And they go bug is skull. And they go May is Kiki, but then change it to something else. Hold on. Oh. Oh, well, he kept moving. I'd forgotten that this was an option. Is this gonna do it? No, not quite. No. What did I do wrong? What are we doing? What are we doing? For one thing, now skull is suck over here. I don't want that. It would be really funny if this works and if it isn't the intended solution. Because it feels way too hard to be the intended solution. I'll be happy if it works, though. So now I want to say May is... No, I can't say May is skull. Not yet. There's no way to... There's no way to get the skull to be an interim thing again. I can't say skull is Kiki because it'll start moving, and I can't say skull is May because it, I can't say skull is May or May is skull because then I no longer have things being different from each other. Can I go... Can I push something into place that says, okay, at the same time, May is skull and skull is Kiki. And then it did it in the wrong order. I wanted May to be Kiki first. No, I didn't even want that. No, this is incorrect. It's the other way around. No. Wait. This is so dumb. It's not the right way. It's not the right thing. It's not gonna work. You see what I'm trying to do? I want to one step at a time have these guys go, now you're in charge of moving, stop. Okay, now you're in charge of moving, stop. But I need the one in front to be a skull every time. And I don't think there's a way of doing that. I would need one more word here. I need one more word that doesn't move. And bug is not available because it's in the corner. It's gonna be something else dumb, like you can just put a bomb on the conveyor belts and blow them up. Right? Violence is usually the solution in this game. I can't go up there anymore. I can say May is... Man, I really wanted that to work. Well, May is skull. It's like, okay, great. Can I... The other thing to consider is what if I do have to... There's really no way to ever become me again. If the U gets pushed out of place. We need to stop that from happening. That doesn't work because the May needs to... This really would work if we had one more word. If the word bug was not in the corner, I could actually do this and it would work. I'm so upset that it doesn't. Unless... Is there some other way of positioning this so that I can say... That didn't help. I don't know whether to keep trying with the bug up there in the Enclave, or if I do want it to be down here moving in order to somehow accomplish something that I can't accomplish alone. If without a bug up there, if there was something I wanted to do, where we go, hey, I'm gonna turn you into a thing, and I want you to walk and accomplish something. I want you to do something. I want the bug to move. This entity, it seems, is going to have to be a Kiki for 10 turns, because this one, which is the same guy, has to be a Kiki for 10 turns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He is facing to the left, and that can never change. That object facing left can never change, because I cannot push it, because it can never be a bug, and bug is the only thing that's push. If it is swapped, it retains its facing. It's always going to be facing left, and if it's a Kiki, it's always going to move left, unless obstructed by a wall or a belt, but those are the only things that are swap. I can't obstruct it. A bug or text can't obstruct it. The only solution is to move it to the right. That seems to be correct. The only solution is that before it has taken all 7 of those steps, move it to the right so that it can continue taking more steps. I want to be very confident about that. I'm not, but I really want to be very confident that all of the things that I've said are true facts. That entity will move as a Kiki for 10 turns in order for me to beat the stage. All 10 turns of that it's moving, it's going to be moving left because I can't change its facing. Therefore, I have to move it 3 or 4 spaces to the right in order to interrupt its movement. Is there anything that I can think of that would cause that to not be true? You can go, oh, actually, you didn't move it to the right, but you still beat the stage. I can't teleport it anywhere. If it moves on to something that is swapped, that does not help. There's the possibility that I can turn the bug into a Kiki. Set something. Let's do this first, because I feel. Yeah, let's do this first. Let's start off by saying Skull is Kiki. I mean May. May is Kiki, and then Kiki is Skull. But this is the start. He still has how many to go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He has 1, 2. I need to... He's gonna have to move 4 squares back. Which means, I guess, moving him back 2 twice. Or moving him back indefinitely forever. How can I do that? Well, while he is swap, I can... You know what? I'm gonna make him move 1 space further. Either I can go up there and swap with him, which would mean the bug I'm gonna turn into a Kiki and have it walk back and forth. No. It's not gonna work. I was thinking, turn the bug into a Kiki, have it walk back and forth, and somehow change this into a... Turn the skull into a Kiki for 2 turns and then turn it back to a skull, like, while I'm up there. Could that work? I mean, that would do it. If I said, Bug, you are a Kiki. Or set it up somewhere. Go, Bug is... Alright, think. I set it up so that Bug is Kiki. He's moving. Skull becomes Kiki, and then 2 turns later, Kiki becomes Skull. Oh, but I need to somehow change the bug into... Yeah, that's not gonna work. I would need to change the bug into... Oh, I can change the bug into a May first. Let's try it. Position it somewhere. The May's gonna be in the way. The May is gonna be in the way. That's the... I'm gonna do it anyway, just to show you guys what was going to happen. Also, I don't have time to get up there in time. Watch. See, this would have been the... I guess, yeah, you really don't have enough time. I got to move him back 1 space. I did successfully move him back 1 space. And then the plan was I was going to change him. I was going to move him to... no, even that doesn't work. I know everything is landlocked. Absolutely everything. You just make sure that this isn't somehow the solution before I reset it. Jeez. So it doesn't seem like that's the right thing. Having the bug walk around down there isn't gonna do it. What will do it is having the bug enter the alcove up here. What's he gonna do while he's up there? What's so great about being up here, bug? I can push him up here and then turn him into a... Turn him into what? Get as much done as I can before I go up there, because I only get to go up there once. Man, I really want that infinite guys move 1 space and swap each other thing to work. It never will. What other solutions are there? Send a bunch of words up with them? You can do it, probably. I would like to think so. This thing needs to move 4 spaces to the right. That really seems like the only answer to the puzzle. I need to have that thing moved 4 spaces to the right. Swap is kind of the only way we're going to accomplish that. How am I going to get it?